the Bible. Is it hard to understand?
When it comes to reading the Bible, the first thing that comes to mind is the fact that this is the Word of God.
The seals have been broken, and the truth is here.
And when we go throughout the scriptures and we go throughout extra-biblical records, we find that the language that God employed, that He used to create the heavens and the earth, was the Hebrew language.
Christ said, I came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. But yet no one, no religious leader, no religious church out there anywhere can now identify the 12 tribes of Israel. Can we? God is quite simple, but it seems as if man makes understanding him hard.
What are those mysteries?
The truth of your book. And truth will make you Hebrew Bible Academy. You're invited.
I will never give in, I will never give up. Through my trials and my tribulations when I feel like just giving up. I will never, 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 I will never give in, I will never give up. Through my trials and my tribulations when I feel like just giving up. I will never, 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 I will never. Look, I can't fold, no, I never stop. Keep my hand to the work, I'ma punch the clock. I've been through a lot, but I ain't never think one time that I was gonna ever stop. I let this truth, it's my calling. So through the bad, I'm gonna stand tall. Been taught against even using abuse, but I hire my strength so I won't fall down. No, no, not a man pleaser. Only thing is shy and combat evil. I'm not perfect, but I will be it. On that day, my body died, my spirit leave it. Blameless, moving forward, corrected. Pray on my downfall, I'll let you. I forgive you in a second. Hug or pray that you get blessings and pray that you start to correct it. I'm not losing my spot in the kingdom as a body, we gotta be selfless. We might fall to sin, but get up again. Never ever make the flesh a friend. It get better, never lay down. Suicide ain't the way out. Life get hard, but it plays out. If you pick up first and bow down. I will never give up. Through my trials and my tribulations when I feel like just giving up. I will never, 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 I will never give in, I will never give up. Through my trials and my tribulations when I feel like just giving up. I will never, 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 I will never.
Me giving up on this truth, that's a knot. Why would I sell my soul for a knot? It's shy all I got. These scripts all we got. We gotta build each other up to the top. Gotta watch them demons creeping and watching. Man lie, woman lie. Scriptures don't. Christ won't leave you forsaken. He's building a mansion in heaven for you. In heaven for you. Don't give up now, ain't no time for looking back. Can't walk with your head down. Them lawless and ungodly acts, time to go and cast them down. Look inside yourself, that's where the kingdom is. We walking forever in this.
I will never give in, I will never give up. Through my trials and my tribulations when I feel like just giving up. I will never, 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 I will never give in, I will never give up. Through my trials and my tribulations when I feel like just giving up. I will never, 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 I will never.
All right. Shalom. I hope everybody doing good out there today. Yeah, that was Brother Shadiah War on the mic, on the track. Right? Yeah, that's Brother Shadiah War, Never Give Up. Yeah, that was I had never heard that song before, believe it or not. I was just driving with my children, and I said, man, who is this? This thing sound fire. Sound like some righteous Chris Brown right there. Huh? Anyway, shalom to everyone. First of all, can everyone hear me clearly? Can everyone hear me clearly? All right, let me see if can everyone hear me clearly? I know everyone's saying shalom. I'm just saying, can everyone hear me clearly? Well, I guess that y'all can hear me clearly. If you want the name of that con loud and clear, praise the Most High. All right, let me take this hair out, cause so basically that the name of that song is called Never Give Up, and the reason I played that is because it kind of goes with what I'm going to show today. You'll see what I'm going to show today. I said I would be doing some interviews, and as time goes by, this is going to get better and better. And I mean that. I'm a man of my word, right? As long as the Most High wills. So once again, we are on GOCC Media. Okay. We started out the first show with truth preparation. So everything we do is truth preparation. Regardless, whatever any elder is teaching, whatever any deacon officer is teaching, it's truth preparation to prepare our people for the times that's coming. Sometimes we're going to have a good time. Sometimes, it's going to be very stern with direction and where we have to go. So, but, let the truth be told. We like to do everything we do in style, but we have to do it in decency and in order as well. Right. So make sure the first thing you guys do, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Okay. That's it helps us to get this out. All right. I don't care if nobody don't like me, but at least like this, because that's just how the computer and the robot and the algorithm works. Okay. So today we're going into something called 2 is better than 1. And I know all of us know that. Anyone who doesn't know that, just a person who just thinks too much of themselves or just has straight pride that they could just do everything. Everything's about them, right? No. We can all be touched. We can all have shortcomings. We can all have downfalls, right? Life it's a roller coaster ride. It's ups, downs. Sometimes that roller coaster gets stuck, you stand stagnant. And you have to fast, pray, examine, read, study to see why it may be so. Or if the Most High just wants you to stay still for a while, right? So I have a few things today I'm going to go into before I go into an actual interview that I did over the weekend. And I have another interview, Most High willing, as rain lets up a little bit. Most High, I can't say the name just in case the weather doesn't go right. But if the weather does go right, I will be bringing this other person on. Okay, so I have Sister Brandy and Brother Shamashawana Sampson, who I interviewed over the weekend with Zoom for now until my internet gets better. I will be interviewing people live. Okay, but I didn't want to have any type of mishaps when it came to the interview, the live stream or whatever. So I'm going to go into a few scriptures first of why I called the show this, and then I'm going to show a few videos as well. So this is the thing. I've been seeing a lot of videos about human trafficking, man. Unfortunately, it's going on a lot in Houston and other places, and also places where the Indian tribes live in South America. You understand? I mean, man, the human trafficking thing is crazy. Okay, I've been seeing videos that some of you guys probably seen, but I'm just going to show a few to blow the trumpet, because we are coming into the month of the trumpets, right? So we're going to celebrate the trumpets, the Feast of the Trumpets. Then we go into the Day of Atonement, right? Then after that, we have our tabernacles. And hopefully they don't try to rain us out, because, man, I've been looking all over the earth. The weather has just been crazy, right? So hopefully they don't mess that up for us. But Yes, I just want to show a few videos for my sisters out there to be safe. And I'm going to show you something about why two is better than one. Why it's better to travel with someone to protect you, or to have a husband. And I'm not talking about a child, just to say, oh, come on, my daughter, come with me. Yeah, they taking that too. They taking the daughter and the mom together. Okay, so I'm talking about somebody who could protect you, because the feminists seem to think that the sisters don't need anyone. Okay, and you know, hey, well, you must be gonna be all right when they kick in your door trying to take your goods. I bet you gonna be. Listen, I bet you it's gonna be the total opposite, right? So we need to do what the Most High told us: to stay together, to stick together, to be a body on every level, husband and wife, brother and brother, sister and sister. We have to be a body together, guys, because let me tell you, the people who were saying all of these things, who's out there sinning, doing this, really, a lot of them, this is happening to. The Most High, in a lot of ways, is allowing these demons to go to go about. But what is our job? What are we supposed to do? What did Ezra tell us? To keep your house in order. Ain't no man in the house to keep it in order. You see what I'm saying? Ain't no man in the house to protect that woman, to protect the daughters, to protect the nieces. This is so important. Well, you think you could just go out and think everything is just all good. Well, let me tell you, these events that have been happening, people said, man, they've been cutting ankles. When you come back to your car, somebody might be behind on your car. If you got a high car, they slashing ankles, right? Because you can't, when you don't have your Achilles, you can't do nothing. Then somebody drive up and snatch you off. They coming up to you, telling you smell the perfume. Old ladies, and our people. It's our people even involved with this stuff too. They putting stuff on your door handle, right, to where you can't actually, to where you fall out or something like that. You sniff that perfume, you understand, you just black out or fall out. And this is going on in Walmart, and your local grocery stores, right, your malls. Man, we have to be careful. We have to be more careful. But really, the scriptures told us that it was going to be 7 women to 1 man. Meaning it's going to be so important. A man is going to be like fine gold, right? To where these sisters are really going to need the protection of the leaders, the grandfathers, the fathers, the husbands, right? The sons. Okay, this is so important. Okay, so let's see, can I go here to pull up a few things, a few posts that I saw, okay, on Facebook here. One moment. Give me one moment. The screen is going to be looking crazy, but I just really need you to hear the audio to see what this brother is saying of what happened to his daughter. I think he was saying something about a tie strap or something like that. One moment. One moment here. Give me a second, guys.
We live in the middle of nowhere out in the country, so we're not accustomed to seeing stuff like this. But like I said, she works in a big city. She gets off at 3 in the morning, drives an hour and 15 minutes to get home. This is the 3rd morning in a row I found one of these on her car in the exact same spot, back passenger door. I didn't know what it was. I just kept cutting it off. This morning, when I found it, I went in there and I asked her, I said, what's the deal with the zip tie being on your back passenger handle every morning? For the past 3 mornings, I've cut it off. She said, Dad, I don't know what in the world you're talking about. She said, I didn't know there was a zip tie on there.
Shalom, y'all.
I said, yeah, there's a zip tie. So I was talking to my brother just a few minutes ago, and I told him, I said, man, 3 mornings in a row, I found a zip tie on I ain't going to say her name, but my daughter's back passenger door handle. Black zip tie. It's loose, but it's on there. And he works in law enforcement. He's been in law enforcement his whole life. And you could tell when I mentioned that, he got extremely silent. And he said, what'd you just say? And I told him, and he was like, listen, man, cut that off right now. I said, I have been cutting them off. He was like, sex traffickers and people that basically steal women, vulnerable women, put them
Vulnerable
on a car
women.
somewhere
Keyword vulnerable.
where it's not easily noticeable for them, but other people who actually do the stealing knows exactly what that means. So basically what this is, you all, is this is a tag. And this alerts anyone who's part of the organization, I'll call it, of sex trafficking or kidnappers, abductors. Let them know that that person is vulnerable.
Vulnerable.
They are by themselves.
By themselves.
And they're an easy target.
2 is better than 1.
So if you've got teenage kids, girls that are out late at night, that are driving,
Late at night, when the freaks is out,
check their car every morning. Look for a black zip tie or anything that stands out and immediately remove it. Looks like my daughter is a target, so she will be prepared. I promise you that.
go to the next video.
I've been telling y'all to.
A lot of awareness is being raised about sex trafficking and abductions. I'm going to go ahead and retell my story. This happened at a Walmart in the Fountain, Colorado area, which is right outside of Colorado Springs at 2 p.m. in the day. I was drugged and almost abducted. The question that I always get is, how did this happen? Like, how the hell were you drugged in a Walmart at 2 p.m. in the day? And y'all, honestly, I can't even, I'm still trying to process. But the facts are that 2 people who looked like me did this.
She said
it wasn't
2
a
people
creep.
who looked like
It
her.
was somebody who looked older and creepy and scary. It was somebody who looked like they could be my cousin. And the woman was the one who came up to me talking really.
Check it out. 2 people who look like me. All Israel is not of Israel. Listen, Elder Gocc tried to tell us a long time ago. Everyone wanted to be friends with all the Israelites. And listen, I love my people. But the reality is, okay, 1 out of 10 people you talk to every day is actually a real nice person. Not that the other 9 is not nice. But the reality is, according to the scriptures, a 10th is going to be saved. And then from that, 2/3. So really, most of the people you talk to is full of it. And if they're not full of it, they really have no knowledge. And somebody trying to get some money somewhere, any type of way. You probably got people going to Walmart, getting jobs. Excuse me, I'm yelling in this mic. I'm sorry. Getting jobs just to actually be a part of these schemes. They might go to work and say, I'm going to go to work this job. Because you're gonna hear the sister say that the people at Walmart didn't even do anything. You know, back in the days, you can get someone, you can go tell someone something, they go call the cops, they go find out. It's like people in these stores, like Elder Gocc said, are they hiring immigrants to come to these local stores? Because, you know, we've been traveling lately, we've been seeing people who don't look like they need to working in some of these stores. You see what I'm saying? So, guys, y'all got to pay attention. And when I went to Dallas, the Walmart was just crazy. I know I was in the hood, but that was like I know I've been to ghetto Walmarts, but that Walmart, I was like, I was stressed. I was anxious. I was paranoid. You understand what I'm saying? So y'all have to be very careful because these people are sitting there acting like they're shopping. I remember one brother told us a story recently, right? He's saying a brother here in Texas, I think, the same brother who I'm interviewing, that he said the brother was living in Walmart inside of the roof somewhere. And he had a little vest or something acting like he worked there. But he was homeless, so he found a way to live in Walmart and all that. People, it's a lot of weird stuff going on. Straight up. Okay? And he was saying all type of weird stuff, talking about how they didn't chip them up and all type of stuff, and how he wasn't like that before. Crazy. Walmart may have more going on than we know. And it's not just about Walmart. What I'm saying is 2 is better than 1. We got to make sure we stand on point out here. Stay ready to keep from getting ready. Right? Let's finish it. Let's finish to see what my sister is talking about. She said this is happening from her own people. We're always going to have betrayers, Judases. Okay, betrayal among in our community. Okay, so stop thinking all Israel is Israel. We treat everyone kind. We're at peace with all men, but don't think everyone is your friend, because your own people who you think coming up to you telling, oh, you want to smell my perfume, be the same people who kidnap your tail. So y'all, listen, let me tell you, and some men want to let they, daughters roam out free like and easy, and then you crying some tears when someone takes her. It happened to our sister in the past. That's why Simeon and Levi had to go crazy. Right? But see, in this time, you ain't going to find them because they don't plan on giving them back. They paying $500,000 a person. Let me tell you, here in Houston, about 3 years ago, in a nice neighborhood, they caught dentists, doctors, and lawyers in a whole ring of human sex trafficking. Dentists, doctors, and lawyers. Praise the Most High, we got some good police to actually be able to try to catch these people. All the police are not bad. Some of them is really trying to actually, help our community from crime. Dentists, doctors, and lawyers, the same people who you go and take your children to. And I remember one time, right, my wife took one of my children to the doctor or the dentist, and he said, watch out for the child, because there's people out here taking children. She said he told him to he needs to remember his address and his phone number. This is a dentist. This was an East Indian. What does he know? Don't forget I just said dentists, doctors, and lawyers. Guys, we have that scripture that talks about using the law against the poor righteous man. You understand what I'm saying? In the wisdom of Solomon. So don't think it can't happen. Those of you out there who are just learning or think that the world is just so friendly, no. You see, they're all of a sudden trying to pull back after this so-called code, right? They're trying to pull back, and I can't say everything. So yeah, they're trying to pull back because we told everyone it was just what it was in the first place. But let's continue this video. Stay on subject.
Really fast, asking me if I wanted to smell a perfume from her new perfume business. Before you know it, this substance was on my arm. It smelled like perfume. It didn't burn. There was nothing weird about it. Nothing at all. I put my wrist up to my nose like this, and I guess by taking a regular inhale, because I did not sniff it,
hit that like button.
It went into my system by both my nose and through my skin. I instantly began to lose consciousness, so I started to walk backwards so I can keep my eyes on them, stumbling, trying to get to my aunt. However, I remember the man's face so vividly. He was smiling, and they were both walking towards me still. I was able to take a picture of them from a side angle as they were leaving after they saw that I had took out my phone. Again, this happened in a Walmart at 2 p.m. in the day. I told employees they did not.
2 p.m. This situation here wasn't late at night. It was 2 p.m. Now, mind you, this happens to someone, I'm not going to say it, close to me, who I know, a sister. Okay, she's not in the church, okay, but it happened to her where she was in the Walmart, right? And it just so happens that I think it was a lady and another man following her around in a Walmart that she doesn't regularly frequent. She went to a different Walmart and just stopped by to get something. That's another thing. You might want to stay at some of the stores that you know, because you know the surroundings. You know everything that's going on with these places. She went to a new one. People were confidently following her, boldly. They didn't care who was looking. She said, when she called me and told me, guess what just happened? I'm like, what? Her and her daughter, no man, walking around like everything is cool, right? And our sister, let's be honest, our sister should be able to go to the store and shop freely with no problem. But listen, we're coming into some different times, guys. The attacks of the specters and the shittim, the harp, all this weather warfare, right? the CERN being open is letting out more demons than we've been having since Noah prayed to the Most High to take most of them away. Okay, the earth has been operating with only about 10% of those demons, and now the more they open this CERN and the more evil comes upon the earth, the more the Most High has to give more grace and more mercy, because there's more wickedness coming. So she's walking through the store. She had to go by. Guess who she had to go by? And you know the funny part about it? How a lot of our sisters say, I don't need a man, I don't need a man. But guess who she had to go by? Men in the store. Other men. Other men. You see, so this is the thing. You need a man in that time. And guess what? They still followed her when she went with those men. She had to leave out another way, and because she had left her situation in the car. Right? So let me tell y'all, it's not just the things I'm showing y'all here. This is personal stories that I hear from other sisters. It is prevalent. I'm not here to say just to scare people and stuff like that. We're in the time of the trumpets. I'm here to blow the trumpet for my sisters. Okay? And my brothers, to let them know. I roll with mine like David. When David rolled with a posse. Okay? I don't know if it's just the South, how we say we be like, you ready to mob? We roll like the mob out here. We roll, it's all jokes aside, right? But we rolls like, yo, everybody ready all day. Let's just say that. We ready all day. All day long, I'm thinking when I'm in the store, what I'm going to do. Yeah, that's just how I was raised in the environment. We got PTSD from how we was raised in these curses. So when I came into the truth, I really didn't lose that. Because I realized, listen, this is not our home. We not going around brawling and doing this and that, but you never know. Yeah, I know y'all say pull up. Listen, I get it. I know. I'm from the streets. Okay. But we ain't gonna get into all that. What I'm saying is we really have to man up and woman up to get with our man and stick together, because you know what the scripture said, a house divided cannot stand. It shall soon fall. Right, let's finish this interview though.
Help me. One of the employees specifically looked at my phone, grinned, and walked off. The facts are that this could have been you. This could have been your niece, your nephew, whoever that you love. So be careful. Especially as a woman, be careful. I know y'all just saw what happened in Houston. They're targeting us, okay? Be careful. Be careful.
So there's another video. Let me go back to the main page. Give me one moment. There's a another one if I can find it. I don't know if I can. One moment, where this gentleman speaks boldly. Well, he ain't no gentleman at all. I tell you that. One moment.
I've heard that some people and places have very specific things that they like, certain nationalities or certain age groups. So the cardos are looking for the people going around, and when they spot someone with those characteristics, they tend to take them. They are just gonna keep them there, and they're not gonna be free ever again. When they keep
he said they're gonna keep them there, and they're not gonna be free ever again. I mean, man, of course. I mean, that's kind of common sense, right? If someone's going to go out their way to take you, you think they're going to give you back? Right? They're probably going to abuse you sexually, unfortunately. Right? And then after they're done with that, they're going to take your organs. This thing is a worldwide thing. Even when I was overseas, I would hear stories about this type of stuff. About people from Israel doing things like this. The Bedouins is getting money, right, allegedly through all type of situations like this. And these are just things that people was telling us when we were there. I'm like, man, people coming from Africa crossing this border, that border, and they like, everyone's in cahoots with this thing. So it's not just here, it's everywhere, guys. Listen, this whole city thing and how they have everything set up is a cover-up. The military bases, they got bases on places where they don't want you to go, because these places are places that have certain types of technology, portals, probably Nephilim staying there and all that. So they knew where to put these bases, right, and give you cities and give you Hollywood to keep you guys tuned into that, right? Let's continue this here. It's all a game.
They could use them for anything, for drugs or for sex, or the kids could be abused, right, on the road.
La mayoría de casos.
In most cases, they wanted to sell their organs, so that is the reason they take children. That's very hard to hear.
A veces.
Yes, it's very hard. Sometimes they take out the organs and they refill the body with drugs so they can take.
So they are making every use for the body, like the brother Judah 12 said. Where are all those children detained at the Mexican border a few years ago? No news on it now. Of course, no news on it now. No news on the people, the brothers in Libya. They show you a little bit what's going on, and before you know, our mind stops worrying about it because we got so much on our own plate anyway. But what we need to know is, let's follow the Most High and get the Holy Spirit for protection, because a lot of these people, what's happening to them, they're sinning, and I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of these brothers over there, my African brothers, is following Islam, so that God is not protecting them. It's not protecting them. So we're hedged about. Thank the Most High that we're hedged about, but we still have something to do to make sure that something doesn't happen to us too. That's called common sense that the Most High would give us, right? So he says, they take your organs, and then they fill you with drugs to pass you along the border. Guys, they sexually abusing you, and then they coming back, you know what I mean, taking your organs. They ain't wasting nothing. And guess who they really want? They really want our sisters. They really want our sisters, guys, and their daughters. Right? Because most of them is not that men don't get kidnapped. Man can get pulled into a van just like anyone else. But check it out. It's something about our sisters. I watched an interview of a guy who he was. It wasn't an interview. It was a little post where it was some sisters there. And he was telling us how important the genetics of the black sister is. And they were sitting there with some beautiful sisters, and there was an Edomite sitting there. He was just trying to spit game, but they don't know what he was really talking about, on some vampirism type of stuff. Right?
Take it through the border. Do they sell them to hospitals or to buyers, like private buyers, wealthy buyers? There are people with money that want to buy the organs of kids. And it's not only for a country. They take it to different countries. And normally they do this with clinics that are not authorized. This is worth a lot of money. Obviously, it's more lucrative for them to just get the child and gain money from each organ they sell. So
they saying it's more lucrative for them to get the child and make money from the organs they sell. Boy.
Obviously looking for opportunities to gain more money out of it. They just care about the money. I've heard that some people...
All right, we're going to keep it there. We're going to keep it there. Right? So, there you have it, guys. I mean, one moment here. There you have it. I mean, it's just horrible, man. It is just horrible. One moment. Yeah, it is. It's just horrible, man. How they're doing our people. It's just totally horrible. But we're going to go into a few scriptures here. We're going to go into Sirach 26 and 13 through 15. So if you guys want to get there really quick before I show you this interview of the some encouragement or some inspiration on why two is better than one by sticking together. Okay, so let's go to Sirach 26 and 13. I hope this is the King James version. They printed up for me. But if not, bear with me. Sirach 26 and 13 through 15. The grace of a wife delighted her husband, and her discretion will fatten his bones. A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord. We're not talking about sisters just having to be totally quiet. How can you be a helpmeet if you're quiet? Like when I say quiet, like the common sense quiet. Some people literally read these scriptures and take them too deep. It just, you say be quiet. He's like, now you're just in the house not saying anything. No, it's just talking about your purpose. Okay, you understand? You're not going around with our sisters out there with a loud mouth, yelling, trying to be the man. Okay, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. How can your mind be well instructed? Because you listen, you give ear. Okay, you give ear to hear. Shamefaced and faithful woman is a double grace. A shamefaced and a faithful woman is a double grace, because that is very hard to find for a woman who's not going out there flirting. Sometimes a woman is a very good woman at home, but she's out there still flirting. Your mind should be on your own man. You see what I'm saying? And her continent mind cannot be valued. Okay, she's content. You understand what I'm saying? We're going to go to Ecclesiastes 9:9. This is very important. This show is not about what type of woman you should be, but we went into it to show the unity of being two, of being coupled, right? So let's go to Ecclesiastes 9:9. No different in any relationship. You have to have respect. You have to have love for one another. Okay? So, Ecclesiastes 9:9. Live joyfully with the wife. Not Ecclesiasticus, Ecclesiastes. Live joyfully with the wife whom thou lovest all the days of the life of thy vanity, which he had given thee under the sun, all the days of thy vanity, for thy portion in this life, and in thy labor which thou hast taken under the sun. Why is he saying vanity? It's just because pretty much every other thing besides serving the Most High is really vanity. It's just extra. It's just the cherry on top of being given life to serve the Most High. Really, we have to be content with food, shelter, and raiment, because everything else is just extra, right? So he's saying, live joyfully with the wife whom thou lovest all the days of thy life. Okay, so don't regret your husband or your wife whom the Most High have blessed you with. Okay? So, because two is better than one. Especially if you're a person who gets lonely. I mean, listen, if you get lonely, the devil is not going to mess with you to go out there. You're trying to hold it together and you're getting tempted. So you need to do what's right by the Most High to be able to support and to have a husband or a wife. Okay? So we're going to go to Matthew 18:19. While y'all getting that, I'm doing some here. Matthew 18:19. Matthew 18:19. There we go. Gotta fix that like that. Sorry about that, guys. One moment. Okay, there we go. Got it together now. Okay, Matthew 18 and verse 19 says, and again I say unto you, that if two shall agree on earth as touching anything, I'm going to read it again. And again I say unto you, that if two of you shall agree on earth as touching anything that they shall ask, it shall be done for them of my Father which is in heaven. This is what we have to remember to be able to help our faith, is that when it says anything, it's not talking about just anything. You can't pray for something stupid. And I'm being blunt here for a reason. We can't say, oh, I'm going to pray for a Lamborghini. Both of us pray for a Lamborghini, so I'm going to get a Lamborghini. The Most High don't care about Esau's inventions. Okay? He doesn't. Now, if you're working hard doing everything else that you need, you can actually work for that. You don't even have to pray for that. That's something you don't need to pray for. It has nothing to do with the will of the Most High. So when you talking about something that's according to the will of the Father, that's the anything that he's talking about. His purpose. No different than when we say we love. How do we love? We love according to following the Most High's commandments. We understand the levels of love that comes with, feeling, right, in an emotional state to a certain degree, compassion. We definitely understand that. But we have to understand, what is the Most High talking about when he says, if two come together, what? So for now, for instance, if a person can actually go and take a herb to get healed, yes, we still should pray. But what I'm saying is, why shall we pray for a miracle of something that doesn't need a miracle when you can just go take a herb and that thing is done tomorrow? Why would the Most High exhort any type of power for something that can be healed like that? That's what I'm saying. The Most High does not use power just for nothing. Or you had Negroes running around on social media talking about, oh yeah, we going over here to heal these folks like they something special or something like that. Knowing the scriptures say, let not any man think more highly of himself than he needs to. We're not going to waste the virtue of the Most High on something that can actually be done physically on earth. That's no wisdom at all. Okay, so when it says anything, that means anything that me and my brother, if we, like for instance, if we in the gym, imagine me, Elder Rock, me and Deacon Malak in the gym, and I say, man, you can hit that, man, you can do that, and we are encouraging one another. We're encouraging one another to do something as brothers in Christ. We have now injected faith, stronger faith, with no fear in a person's mind to be able to accomplish a goal. And the Most High will now put the cherry on top to give us exactly what we need to accomplish that. Because he loves no different than a parent loves when his children is working together. He wants to bless his children when his children are working together. It's not about just one person. It's about being together and working together. Husband and wife. If he says, you know what, I don't know this that much, but we both have some talent here in these areas. If we come together and we try to accomplish this goal and we pray about it, because see, that's what it's talking about. We may not know everything, but we can pray on it and agree on it, and we're going to try our best, and the Most High will do the rest. He'll put us in front of the right people who we need to talk to, or the right information we need to actually accomplish this goal. So that's what it's talking about when it's talking about anything. That's according to something of the Most High's will. Not things that's just something we want, right? Because like Solomon said, that's vanity. It's not that the Most High doesn't just bless us with these things, but don't forget, Solomon did not ask for riches, because riches are vain. They have their purpose. You see, money just has a purpose. When no one has money, when all the money falls, who are we then? Who are we then among? What type of character you have? What type of talent do you have outside of not having a physical currency in this world? Like on The Walking Dead. After there was no more money, what was valuable? A man and his talent. So they started to understand, hey, I can't do this alone. I need a crew of people. I need a group of people who understand how to actually be able to survive. 2 is better than 1, guys. Because you can make a mistake, and then you got that person to help you or to check you. Iron sharpens iron. But if you have pride, you nothing's gonna work. And after a time, a person who continues like that realizes at the end of the day, man, I really do need some help. I thought I was, the best person in this, best person in that, or you thought you couldn't get, touched. Anybody can get touched. We are human, guys. You can, like a fight, you can get in a fight, and you can be the best fighter ever, but you can trip and get knocked out. I've seen it happen. Now you're not acting hard no more, because you realize, like, dang, I won every fight, but this fight I actually just tripped. I know I would have won that fight, but I tripped, and through my pride, the Most High allowed me to lose that fight. So we worry about vanity. All these things have nothing to do with anything. Our goal is to serve the Most High and keep His commandments. And in life, we win some and we lose some. But I'll say this. When we have our brothers and our sisters, our wives and our families, guess what? We're better off in this life. We're not lonely. We have company. What happened like on, what's that movie with Will Smith? Where he was alone with his dog. And he had to make mannequins and all of that. Is not 2 better than 1? I mean, the dog is cool and all that, but listen, I'm sure he would have wanted an Eve or somebody to be there with him, right? Or a brother to help him fight some of those zombies, right? So let's continue that scripture. Matthew 18:19. Again, I say unto you that if two shall agree on earth as touching anything that they shall ask, it shall be done for them of my Father which is in heaven. Let's go to Ecclesiastes 4:9-12. After we do this, we're going to go straight into the interview. Okay. And I hope you guys get encouraged by it. Okay. So Ecclesiastes 4:9-12. Two are better than one because they have a good reward for their labor. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him. We know what woe means. For example, destruction. But woe to him that is alone when he falleth. For he had not another to help him up. Again, if two lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone? Because when it's cold, when we read in the scriptures, David needed them to bring him a woman to have some type of heat there. So there's a purpose for these things. When people are in the snow in Siberia and they had an accident because they had an avalanche or something, body heat is important. Two is better than one, right? Great example. And if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him, right? And a threefold cord is not quickly broken. I'm going to go to Amos 3:3-5. I'm going to drink a little bit of this tea. Ooh, gotta take it slow. Make sure it ain't too hot. Right? Make sure if you're just coming in, you hit that like button for us. We want to get this information out to the world to be able to encourage not only Jews, but the Gentiles or those coming out of different churches, to let them know we are not just some cold or some angry church out there. You know, we're actually people who's trying to help others in our community. Peaceful people, right? Amos 3:3-5. Can two walk together except they be agreed? Will a lion roar in the forest when he had no prey? Will a young lion cry out of his den if he have taken nothing? Can a bird fall in a snare upon the earth where no gin is for him? Shall one take up a snare from the earth and have taken nothing at all? So let's focus on the part where it says, can two walk together lest they agree? Since we're talking about two is better than one. In your household, in your friendship, in your job, in your business, in this church, we can't walk together unless we agree. It doesn't mean that we have anything personal against one another, but it's just very uncomfortable to do such a thing. A person has to worry and look over his shoulders if he can trust that person. You have to look over your shoulder even with the good people, because man fails. Man makes mistakes. We're men. So let alone somebody who you can't agree with. You're going to be sitting among someone that's, faking with you. Like the situation with Judas. No. So when you have two, you got two oxes, they can go straight together. When you got an ox and a donkey, they may not like each other. You got an ox and a horse, they may not like each other. They can't go the same way, right? So that's what we're saying here. Okay. So let's go to that. Yeah, that's easy. That's good for that. I'm just checking to see if I had some more scriptures. We're gonna leave it there. And I'm gonna get this interview set up for you guys. Let me get it to where I can see it pretty good here first. One moment. There we go. The interview is about an hour long, but check it out. Sister Brandy and Brother Eddie, or Brother Eddie and Sister Brandy, which is Brother Shamash Warren Sampson and Sister Brandy, they lost over 100 pounds. And I thought that I would bring them on this show because, and do an interview with them, because I feel like that's some type of work. Y'all know how hard it is to lose pounds if you're dealing with this. So I wanted to bring them on. I'm going to be bringing other people on soon because, it's just amazing to me when people, stop talking so much and actually put forth works. I just feel like that encourages me too. I work out But when I see people trying, I mean, man, that just, and actually accomplishing something, that motivates me too to keep going, because it lets me know, hey, I mean, I'm not doing it in vain, because I might have touched somebody or motivated someone. So we're gonna go ahead and let you guys see this interview, and I'm gonna take it off private of bodybuilding, my bodybuilding page, after we show it on GOCC Media first, exclusively. You understand? So before we do this, let's just take a quick break here. One moment.
The Bible. Is it hard to understand?
When it comes to reading the Bible, the first thing that comes to mind is the fact that this is the Word of God.
The seals have been broken, and the truth is here.
And when we go around the scriptures, we go around extra-biblical records, we find that the language that God employed, that He used to create the heavens and earth, was the Hebrew language.
Christ said, I came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. But yet no one, no religious leader, no religious church out there anywhere can now identify the 12 tribes of Israel. Can we? God is quite simple, but it seems as if man makes understanding him hard.
What are those mysteries?
The truth of your book and the truth will make you free. The Hebrew and Bible Academy. You're invited.
Sorry about that. If that Hebrew Academy volume was too loud, someone told me it was echoing a little bit. Excuse me for that. I just before I go into this interview, I want to give a shout out, because I'm all about encouragement. I told you my gift is exhortation, right? Getting someone to be able to do something. I just have a gift with that, right? So, but I'm not going to ever fail to give shout outs to my brothers and sisters, those who putting in work and are fervent in his walk. So I can't say I remember where everyone stays or lives or their area, and I probably don't want to put that out, but if you know them, so be it. First, I want to give a shout out to sister in the church named Lanessa Terry. Shalom. This is what she said here on the post. Shalom, my brother and elder. Not. This is not to big myself up. This is for the elders of the Gathering of Christ Church, because guess what? What I learned from them. So whatever work I do, they're getting credit for it. The Most High is getting credit for it through us all. Okay, because we're all one body. I just don't like to toot my own horn. I really want to toot the people's horns, right? And the Most High. Okay. Shalom, my brother elder. I lost 5 pounds already, and I was only on the supplements you personal said I should get from me. And I got on the scale 310. I started and I was 315. I'm so excited. Finally, all praises be to the Most High. You motivated me, and it works. Thank you, my brother. Okay. So she said, Khan, I was only on my supplements for a week and I lost 5 pounds. All praises be to the Most High. So I didn't say that for my supplements. I said it for a person taking action. Okay. And it's 2 is better than 1, meaning we have to work together to help each other. Okay. So I want to give that sister a shout out. Another sister in the church, Christy West. Okay. All praises be to the Most High. I haven't taken any medication for months. I know the doctor's mad about that. I take my key supplements and vitamins every day. I have dropped 8 more pounds. A year ago, I didn't even think it was possible. I mean, let me tell you, people can hate. They can do what they want. But listen, we in the Gathering of Christ Church is putting in work to help our people. We're not trying to emulate or compete with any other people. We understand we're all doing this collectively as one body in Christ, right? Until we get to the wilderness. Okay. A year ago, I didn't even think it was possible. I am so thankful for all the elders and deacons of the GOCC for teaching the truth about the Bible. Woo, Sister Christy West. I mean, man, listen, guys, this is what it's about. This is what this is about. This is why we do this. We are changing lives. The Christian church had a little push on us, but it pushed us to get us into, where we're at now. So praise the Most High for whatever stepping stool that he gave us to actually get to this. Our parents as well, our grandfathers, our grandmothers, our aunts and uncles, whatever great influence we had to even give a movie some type of thought to actually be able to get into this truth. Okay, so let's continue to provoke one another into good works and encourage one another. So let's go straight into this interview. I'm going to answer questions after this. Okay, so give me one moment here. One moment. Let me fix this here. I hope you guys are doing good out there today, and I hope you actually press that like button for us. Okay, so we can get people to view this, so they can be encouraged to do the same. These are not the only people that I have that's going through this. I have other people that come up to me in church who said, "Man, your lessons have been helping. And I'm losing weight. I feel better." Praise the Most High, man. This is what Christ was talking about. Heal the blind, heal the sick, the maimed, right? The walking dead, the valley of the dry bones. Okay, so a lot of these things we can do ourselves using our own faith. Okay, give me one moment. Someone sent me something, making sure all the sound, everything is good. Yeah, so, and this is another thing I'll put out there. Make sure the volume is good. We're not telling anyone ever to stop taking your medications. You have to do what is best for you and your doctor. But if another person has faith to do what they're going to do, I'm not getting in the way of that either. I always tell people, make sure, like it says according to scriptures, doctors have purposes. So I can't tell anyone what to do. These people took the initiative themselves to do this. Elder Ariana say, "Man, you know what you need to do? You need to stop doing that and just come over to keep something." That I will never do that. First of all, I don't need anyone's money. I work hard for my own money. But on top of that, that's illegal. So we always tell people, do what you have to do. Do your own research, whether it be yourself with your doctor, whatever the case may be, depending on what state you're in. Right, with your body or your health, right? We always tell people that. So please don't come to Key Supplements as if we're doctors. We can tell you, we can direct you on where to go. I can tell you what I do, but I can't tell you what to do or your family, okay? So, anyway, let's go ahead and get to it. They say, "Elder, enough of all of that talk. Let's get to it."
Welcome, Brother Eddie and Sister Brandy, to GOCC Media, okay, our Tuesday night show. So today,
I'm going to take me out of the way for a second, just so y'all can just hear the whole interview. One moment. Just let it play.
We're going to be talking about your fitness journey, your health journey, and a little bit about your spiritual journey as well, because it's all inclusive together, okay? And the great thing about this is the show is titled Two is Better Than One. So, when two people come together, they can help each other if one falls. They can keep each other warm. Listen, and we know that Christ said, when two are gathered together in my name, I am in the midst, right? So when two agree, it makes the enemy mad. So I said all that to say what you guys are doing together as a couple is very powerful in our community and in our growing nation, soon to be the nation of Israel, for sure, because we're transitioning out of the curses into that. We're not that yet. We're getting there, but we got a lot of work to do. And that's what you guys are doing. So, right. And once again, you guys can go ahead and introduce yourself first. And then my sister, you can introduce yourself before we start.
My name is Shemai Shawan. I've been with the body for about 5 years. And
I'm Sister Brandy Ashiar Napash, and I've been with the church for 5 years, also GOCC Houston.
Okay, great. So they've been with the church for a while, and I personally wanted to bring them on here because I saw great works in them. I saw, not only the faith part of the talking and the belief, but I saw that, they had some actual work, some actual actions to a certain goal that they're trying to complete, right? And I feel like this is very good for our people to show that regardless if it's one person or two people, that we got to put in the work to see results. The Most High is waiting on us, but we have to meet him halfway, right? He's just waiting on us, right? So we are called by the Most High and we are chosen by the Most High, but we have to show him that we actually want to be, taking part in his work. So the first question I'm going to ask, what made you decide to go on the phenomenal weight loss journey? And first, we're going to start with Brother Shamashawan, which is Samson in English for any Christian people or anybody out there who may not understand what the ancient Hebrew tongue is.
All right. The reason I got started was with my weight loss. I wound up being diagnosed with diabetes. And crazy enough, I was like 467 pounds, and it was just time to start addressing the situation, like dealing with the spirit of gluttony. I had to overcome that. Still have to overcome that.
Yeah, so it's a constant fight and a constant battle. So how many pounds have you lost so far?
Like I said,
you just said what was your weight? Your first weight?
467 pounds.
Okay. So where are you at now?
Now I'm 348 pounds.
Great. So listen, that right there takes a lot of work because, it is very hard to lose, once again, 5 to 10 pounds. That right there, a lot of people will start and they get in that first week, I lost this, but then they don't understand that, listen, sometimes, the fat to muscle ratio would differentiate sometimes because sometimes that fat is turning into muscle and they're like, wow, I weigh the same. And it starts to confuse people. Sometimes it makes people want to give up. So that right there in itself shows a lot of consistency and work. Sister Brandy, what about yourself?
I started my weight loss journey with him when he was diagnosed with diabetes. Actually, I didn't know I was going on a weight loss journey. I just started to change things around in the household as far as his eating and everything. And then once we noticed that, that it was helping us and start to lose weight, then that's when we was like, oh, okay, I think we like this. So we pushed forward for the weight loss.
All praises. So you guys understand, because you're in the truth, that gluttony is a spirit, and that the giants themselves, right, they were walking the earth doing all types of evil and destruction, and when they passed away, there was no place made for them. Okay, so they had to haunt the earth, right? And so they're looking for bodies and vessels to come inside to continue the same destruction that they were committing on the earth itself. And if we allow them to do such a thing, as we know from the curses, a lot of us have, then we too will self-destruct and not be able to have the Holy Spirit, right, the angel of the presence, right, to be able to operate in our temples. So what you guys are doing is very amazing. And I will say this: what has been your motivation, Samson, to continue to keep going?
The motivation for me, pretty much the results I received while exercising. The weight loss, I like the way my clothes fit, also the energy and strength that I have now since I've been exercising. That's the motivation alone.
Okay. All right, Sister Brandy?
My motivation has been...
One moment, people. The video seems to be glitching a little bit. One moment.
To see him get healthy.
One moment. One moment. Let me refresh that to make sure this thing ain't gonna be glitching on us. Because we have to be able to see that. Give me one moment here. Y'all bear with me. I know I'm so sorry about that.
Welcome, brother.
Let me see here.
Year and a half.
Year and a half.
Don't
Great,
do that.
great. Waiting on your ministry. And we can take these same principles with exercise. Crawl before you walk, slowly but surely.
So I'll tell you what, I'm gonna play the volume because I may have to
for marketing purposes to get sales.
Re-upload that thing because it's unless it's the
it's like it's just the most weirdest thing. For instance, and we're all grown ups here. Sometimes you'll see somebody looking at your husband or your wife, as long as they ain't looking too bad, too disrespectful. But if someone wants them, that means you're doing something right. So you can't be too jealous, and you guys are complimenting one another, working hard with one another. This is all about being a helpmeet and being a husband, loving your wife as Christ loved the church, right? This is very important, guys. So I want you guys to keep this up and just tell me this next question. How has this, since you've been doing it, I think you guys told me you've been doing it for probably about a year or more?
Year and a half.
Year and a half. Great. And so a lot of people will give up within weeks. Now, for some reasons, because trainers will just, for money, they try to take money. They will try to push them so hard, and it's not realistic. So transition and making it a realistic lifestyle is more realistic for a person to start a journey than you just, because I was working for actual
guys. I had to actually it's glitching. I don't know if it's glitching because of the net. So it will be uploaded on bodybuilding because you understand it right now. I don't know why it's glitching. So and I'll also upload the actual interview on Gocc Media itself. Okay, so just let me play the volume for now, and you understand. Hopefully, you guys can hear it or whatever. Sorry about that.
Fitness company when I came back, LA Fitness, and I quit in 4 days because I just needed some work or whatever the case may be. But man, they were trying to kill people up in there. They literally taught us for marketing purposes to get sales. Just go hard on them the first day, knowing these people can barely breathe already. Some people are old. This would put the icing on the cake. First of all, it would put me through too much work to try to get some type of sales. I was already a personal trainer on the side for years, but I walked in there and they told me somebody had fainted. Asian lady had fainted. And I was like, well, what happened? And they was like, well, I just did what they told me to do, whatever. And this lady had fainted in there. Now, what we looking at now? A total lawsuit possibly, right? Because they put us through the workout, and we work out every day. But even we were like huffing and puffing through what they would put people that's already in shape for. They want us to use this same technique with new customers who haven't worked out in years or probably never worked out at all. So I quit that job because I realized, I said, no, you don't want to try to, put people, in the gym and then they quit. The whole purpose is for them to continue. So even with the truth, it talks about what? Milk, then meat. Waiting on your ministry. And we can take these same principles with exercise. Crawl before you walk, slowly but surely, right? So how has this Sister Brandy affected your everyday life? Have you, do you feel more, confident? Do you feel more disciplined? Has this added anything to other things you do?
Well, I feel more confident. When I went back and looked at pictures, it was like, wow. Sometimes when you have that much weight on you, you really don't even notice that you have that much weight on you. So I feel more confident within myself. I have more discipline now, and I'm able to, I have more structure now. So I'm able to know like some things not to eat and what to eat. And I do more research on what I eat now as far as just putting anything in my body.
That's great, because we're going to go into a few segments about things like, I'm just going to be coming on here talking about things like, and I'm going to go into all of the defects and the do's and the don'ts when it comes to certain things like salt, healthy fats. You understand all of these over processed foods, right? So so let me ask you a great question, Samson. How has this affected your marriage? Would you say that this has have had a positive effect on your marriage?
God, it does. It basically brought us closer together. Pretty much when I get weak, hey Eddie, come on, keep going, and vice versa. And it's pretty much you got a cheerleader in your corner, and it's just like you can do it, and for sure you're gonna.
Right.
I can do it.
Right. Okay. What about you, Sister Brandy? Do you feel like this have, changed your marriage any? Do you guys feel more closer, or do you feel like just more encouraged, whatever the case may be?
Yeah, I feel like it brought us a bond. It brought us a little more closer together. Actually, it kind of worked on our communication skills because by us being kind of newly, wed or whatever, it was hard for us to communicate. But this kind of built a more of a friendship level and helped us communicate a little bit different.
You know what I see? I see like we all have our battles, and this is a war. It may seem like just fitness, but believe it or not, for a person who probably never really worked out or maybe used to work out and it's not, you haven't done it in a long time, it's a war to get back up and fight to keep going. So it's a battle. Like when a person is in a battle and your life is on the line, you realize everything else doesn't matter. Like this person is sitting here with me, going to war with me, and we need each other for preservation. So I don't know if a lot of people think about that, think about it in that way. That's why I was saying it like that. So has this affected your walk in the truth in any way? Yeah, we talked about your marriage. Yeah, we talked about your regular life. Has this, because in this walk, it takes a lot to continue. Mm-hmm. It takes a lot to continue in this walk, as we know, because we're already dealing with trying to get out of the curses. Some of us had PTSD from how we grew up in the neighborhoods or with certain parents, whatever the case may be, or children in school, bad influences. Has this positive health journey affected your lifestyle in the truth?
Pretty much this whole walk, because exercising, getting on a weight loss program is pretty much, it's not going to happen overnight. So pretty much you got to take it one day at a time, one step at a time, and just like Soldiers of Christ said, endurance. You got to endure. You have to.
Yeah. Shout out to Soldiers for Christ. Got some great music in the Houston GOCC body. And shout out to all the brothers and sisters who went out there to California for, I think, the sister Bayan who passed. I heard they had some great performances. I wasn't able really to see them and log on because I was working. I was actually on the roof yesterday trying to make my internet better with my satellite. So that's still in the process and in the works, and we're going to get that handled. But how has this affected your walk in the truth, Sister Brandy?
Just by being enduring, learning to endure and knowing that the Most High have us no matter what, because also by us being faithful and enduring and doing, the things that we're supposed to do, his tests end up coming back being negative. So he no longer has diabetes that's showing up. So it kind of gave us an extra faith,
yeah,
we can do this as long as we just hang on and, do what we're supposed to do.
Yeah, I can see people in the chat right now, probably praising the Most High for such a thing, because a lot of people who come to my site maybe be dealing with, blood sugar problems, maybe dealing with diabetes, all sorts of things. And of course, we cannot give out health advice as key supplements, but, we do the best we can. We're staying in the safe zone. And, we've been helping a lot of people and on top of that, what you guys are doing, you're helping yourself. You're doing your research. You're doing all the things that it takes to actually be able to see results. And the great thing about it, let me ask you a question. Did he have to take any type of medicines, pharmacy medicines from the doctor or anything like that?
No, not at all. No insulin, no nothing.
Okay.
My approach was pretty much the natural way of doing things, like getting pills from key supplements. Also, I started off with Truman Burke's daughter, and Brittany, she definitely looked out for me.
Okay.
In jail too, Micah Allah's wife.
Yeah. She gave me a workout regimen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, praise the Most High for that. So that shows a lot, because it shows once again that the herbs that the Most High put here for meat actually do work if you are consistent with them. Because sometimes with Black people, this is what we'll do. You know how we go to the doctor. The doctor say, "I'm gonna need you to take this 3 times a day, 8 times, whatever the case may be." Not 8 times a day, but y'all know. we would take the herbs and that didn't work. And then you throw it in the trash. Before you know it, you're still in that same stagnant position. So we have to give that same fate towards the Most High's herbs, or what you want to call it, medicine, you know, or bombs, whatever you want to call them. We have to give that same energy towards that, because that shows we have more faith in the doctors if we just constantly taking their stuff. And when we take their stuff, we know what happens, right? It's almost like we just get worse sometimes.
Mhm.
Now, they have some things that work. Very seldomly or very rare do you see a medicine that works, because we'll go to the doctor and they say, try this out, try that out. And throughout life, with me or my children or my friends and family going to the doctor, a lot of times you have to go back and say, this prescription didn't work, or try this one. It's like, what's going on here? I thought you guys went to school to understand for medicine. So these days, we rather trust, like what you guys said, the herbs. And that's just amazing. We're not telling anybody to not, go to the doctor and take what what they're giving you, if your situation is such, because some people may be in a worse situation where they may have to take some of the doctor's medicines. That's why they're doctors. We do understand the purpose of doctors, but we should always try to, if we can, seek out a natural way. For example, someone I knew had gallstones very close to me at the time. And, it came from eating bad oils. Like, just to put it out there, bad oils, trying to save money because I didn't understand how to shop. I'm just like, oh, that oil is the cheapest. Let me get that, just trying to save money. Before you know it, cholesterol went up, right? And your body can automatically produce cholesterol, right? And so that's why when you shop for oils that say no, zero cholesterol, you got to question that, because it's like, anyone who understands the body actually produces cholesterol, but you have to give it healthy fats, not margarine, not hydrogenated oils. We need to be eating non-hydrogenated oils. We need to be eating 100% fats, because eating healthy fats is going to actually give you energy, right, to burn before burning the carbohydrates. And guess what? It actually going to help you to produce a natural cholesterol. So this is what the doctors are not telling us. Oh, use this iodine salt and all that. When guess what? Salt is for free already in the sea. All you got to do is boil it and you got some salt, or get it out the cave, instead of taking it to the factory, making it and putting fake iodine in there that's poisoning our people and causing high level chronic inflammation. So I just thought I'd put that out there, because what you guys are saying, that this brother actually took the natural way, because some people will say, oh, I don't take supplements. Well, I do, because an apple today will probably take 14 apples to actually equal to the nutrition of that one apple, if you're not getting organic apples. And even if I'm getting organic apples, listen, this world is so messed up, guys. We got to worry about the air. We got to worry about the technology we have to use to get by. We have to worry about all of these stress levels to try to survive. So our diet is like our rest right now. Our exercise keeps blood flow going. Anywhere a person puts blood flow, it's going to go to that area to heal, whether it's massaging, whether it's exercising. Notice how someone says you need to grow your hair back. What do? They put blood there by massaging it. And that's what exercise does. It's giving the whole body blood flow. So as you eat your diet, you continue to be healed. So what you guys are doing is not in vain. But we're going to go to the next question. Do you have any tips for the people, something that help you push through your goals?
Well, pretty much the biggest thing, like you say all the time, like focus more on action. That's the first thing. So basically, when you're ready to go ahead and start it, keep going. Don't stop. Yeah, I know it'll be slow sometimes. Sometimes the weight loss comes slow, inch by inch, but as long as you keep on enduring and keep focusing on the goal, you will reach it. As long as you don't give up, you're going to reach it.
Yeah, I can agree. Like, it's a lot of times that I didn't feel like working out or want to go. Even in my state that y'all see, I'm like, man. But once I made it a lifestyle, it's kind of like waking up where you got to drink some water or pray or something. It just became like something like brushing your teeth. It's like you start to gain a love for it, because you know that how much it's helping you in your life and others around you. And what you guys are doing, you're being a light to people by doing this. And like I said, I just make little rules in my mind. I make things that will prick me, my own self. I would say, if I stop, everybody's going to stop. It's not necessarily true because no one knows me like that, in this earth, but that's just a mindset I put on myself to keep going. And believe it or not, it's true. People will ask me, you still working out? Elder Cole asked me, you still working out? This brother or sister asked me, you still working out? And I was like, what if I'd have said no? They would have probably been like, oh, he, whatever, he's just a normal. So I realized it's not just about even a body, it's about a mindset. It's like, who can finally, with our people, be consistent at something, even if it's something small, you still doing it. And that's why the scriptures tell us some of the greatest crowns that's going to be given out is for those who keep the basics, but they do it diligent. They're not trying to know all the scriptures and be the, flashiest with the precepts, but they're keeping the commandments. They're being kind to their neighbors. They're focusing on the basics with diligence. So what about you, Sister Brandy? Do you have any tips that help you push through to meet your goals?
My tip was to kind of stay focused and not move too fast, because I know when I was just trying to I want to lose this many pounds in 1 week, then it was kind of harder for me. So just to stay focused and to stay consistent. So I had to work on my consistency because I wasn't too consistent. So just to stay consistent and, just don't move too fast. Just, go at your pace.
Okay. So, all right, that's good. Do you have any advice for couples who want to do it together? Because sometimes I notice that you'll see the brother over here working out with the homies or the friends, and then the wife, sometimes she wants to do it, but he's not paying attention to her to want to actually help her. Then I've seen where you understand he tries to help her, then she's like, oh, I got it. I can do it myself. Let me do it. So I don't know if y'all went through that part, but I'm just saying, everybody got their different things that they go through. And what would be through your experience? Because you guys say you're a young married couple. And how long you guys been married again?
3 years. Yeah.
3 years. Okay, 3 years. So you still fresh, right? So you still learn a lot about one another. Right. After that 5 years, and then after that 10 years, got another hump. So you learn and you like, what's going on with such? Oh, it's just Wednesday. That's just how that. He's not a morning person or this or that, whatever the case is. So do you have any tips for, married couples or whatever?
They want to work out.
They want to work out and do fitness.
Just continue to provoke each other to good works, because I know some days he don't want to do it, and I'm like, come on. So I'll just get dressed and I'll leave him. Then I see him at the gym. So just provoke each other to good works, be motivation and be encouraging to one another. And
okay. So give motivation to one another. So that's good. What about you, Eddie? What would you say as a man?
Pretty much as the man, everything she said, because if I don't go, I'm gonna hear her complain. You ain't doing this, you're not doing that. So pretty much, I'm gonna just go ahead for peace. I'm trying to just have peace.
I know. So it's funny. I know. Sometime in the gym, I be telling my wife, "Come on, let's do this. Ain't no time to be weak. Come on." And she be later on, she be cracking up. Sometimes she look at me like. So sometimes we got to push each other and pull each other, and sometimes I will be either having a tired day or probably don't even want to be there, knowing I got to do this. So sometimes I need that pre-workout for that purpose, because I'm like, man, I'm tired. I don't feel like being here today. Sometimes she will put her hand on my shoulders in the gym. People looking in the gym like they are so in tune with one another. She be rubbing me. One time, some people, not in a disrespectful manner in front of people, but she's just trying to encourage me. I seen one girl look over there like, because we so in tune with one another in the gym. We're not really worrying about what people doing in there and all of that. We kind of just stay focused on ourselves. And I noticed that so many other people, when they go to the gym, it's kind of like a club now.
Right.
People dress in a certain way to really go find fornication partners. So, we kind of block the world out and really focus on each other like you guys are. So let me ask you a question. What has been one of the biggest challenges since you started this fitness journey or this health journey?
Pretty much the biggest challenge is to not give up. like you said,
Mm.
it be days you don't want to go out and work, but you gotta push. You gotta tell yourself, nah, I can't listen to that spirit, because you know it's spirits. Anything that try to talk against you, doing something that'll progress you in this work, in this walk, is a spirit that's trying to hinder you. So pretty much you just gotta tune it out like, nah, I have to do this. I have to keep going. I can't give
Mm.
up. That
Mm.
even for us, the food part of it, I can't eat that. Nah, you know you want to. Nah, I can't eat it. I can't do it. Got to shut it down.
Right. Right. And the good thing about this, Shamash one, is that, like I said, you know, I mentioned to a lot of people, once you get to the advanced part of working out, right? Once you pass intermediate stage, right, you will actually be able to eat those same foods. It's so weird how this works out. It's kind of like going to college. They'll tell you, you know, you have to follow this structure of writing, you know, this way. And then when you're done, they say you don't have to use that no more. I was like, what? You mean to tell me I went through all of this stress of studying this and that, and now I can break the rules? And so a lot of times, it's kind of like with the gospel. You have to learn the schoolmaster. And then we trying to follow everything in line, even going around judging people. You shouldn't be eating this, doing that. But then when you realize it, this walk is not about focusing on the laws anymore. It's about, yes, we got to follow them. That's not like, but it should be like walking on water. Like it should be just a smooth sailing thing. It's more now about gaining people. Yeah, we know we got to follow the laws, but it's kind of like if your mind is just only focused on that, you really won't gain a lot of people. You run more people off. So even with this fitness journey, right? Check it out. You, like I said, if you do high impact training like sprinting, crazy jumping jacks, mountain climbers, whatever the case may be, running upstairs, your body's going to be asking for those things you like to eat. But because you're lifting weights and you're building muscle, it goes on to the muscle. Now, I'm not telling a person go to McDonald's every day, because there's a brother who I love named CT Fletcher. He ate McDonald's every day. Caused his heart to fail, though, because of all of the bad oils. And we know McDonald's fries, you can leave that thing on the bed. They done did the experiment for a whole year and it's still there fresh. No mold. So back in the days, I remember some proper burgers at McDonald's until the soybean era came in, right? When we were young, I was a little young kid in Louisiana. I used to go to McDonald's. At least I thought it was a real burger. I thought it was real beef back then. But yeah, so you can actually still go choose healthy pizza, kind of like they make it at the Mediterranean Sea. I go to pizza parlors now instead of just going to always Pizza Hut or Papa John's. Do I still eat that stuff? Of course, every blue moon, but I actually go to nice pizza places. I try to get some ice cream I get here at HEB, but they really don't have no high fructose corn syrup. I'm gonna have to put the name out of there. And I add my own little stuff to it if I want that, because that stuff will have you wheezing on the bed if you get the one with the high fructose corn syrup. So, yeah, man, I just said that to say how much benefits it is to being healthy. Like, how can this brother eat all of this stuff and he stay in shape, but then I'm eating it, but I'm gaining weight? Because we got to learn the difference about burning calories and burning fat. And I'm putting this out there for the people because many don't know. We go walking and we burn what? Anything you do, you're going to burn calories. If you drink cold water in the summertime, your body actually warms itself up to heat that water up, because your body actually likes room temperature water. So it will burn calories from doing that. Right? So burning fat is different than burning calories. If you go to build muscle, you burn calories in your sleep. So I just want to put that out there for the people, the difference of just, it's nothing wrong with walking and getting cardio, but cardiovascular training is different than building muscle. So people who want to start after they lose their weight to see more results, pick up a weight. It will not make a woman bulky. It will make a woman beautiful. It will make a woman look like the black man when he said, I like a stallion. You know, we ain't talking about Megan Thee Stallion because she's crazy, but it's going to make people be sculpted, which is nothing wrong, because we are beautiful people. None of us want to walk around like Jello sloppy. So we got to work to get to that area. No matter what level we are at, it's not too late. Okay. Because there's people working out with one leg in a wheelchair. I mean, when I was on crutches, I asked my wife, we were living in the other house. I came down the stairs on crutches. I was working when I messed my Achilles up, and I worked out the whole time. Nothing stopped me. Did I have to drop a little weight? of course, I had to drop a little weight. But I said, I'm not going to stop, because I see people who maybe don't have legs or arms or whatever, and they finding a way to do all types of things, right? So what has been the biggest challenge for you, my sister? I know we went on, but we got to put some things out there for the people. What has been your biggest challenge to stay in this?
To stay into it is to make sure that he stay healthy and don't get diabetes again. So just making sure that I'm more knowledgeable about what we eating, looking into different stuff. And another challenge is just getting him to eat the vegetables and stuff like that. So I have to learn new ways to cook stuff so that he'll eat it and that he'll like it. So
I love that, because guess what? I started to make this fun. Before the truth, I grew up a certain way, eating, like I said, these all this stuff with the MSG, this and that, right? And I started to make the food colorful. I said, this makes me want to cook more. Let me find this to put in there, that to put in there. I don't care if they say got garlic on, I'm finna add some more garlic powder. That's just, I don't know if that's being from the South, because some people just put salt and black pepper. That ain't enough for me. I'm from Louisiana. Right. I'm like brother Mayaka Ali. Mayaka Ali was in Egypt. He used to bring hot sauce everywhere. I'm like, how did you bring hot sauce? He was getting hot sauce mailed to Egypt. Even though people cook good, I would say, man, this is so good, but can you make it just a little bit more spicy for me? I've been eating just like that since a kid, right? But in every weekend they would have crawfish boils and stuff, even though we know that stuff is unlawful now, but it was still the seasoning of the corn and the sausage that never left me. I'm like, I gotta still have that on there. Right. So yeah, this is good, man. Okay. So what are your goals? First, let's say there's 2 goals. What are your goals, Shamasha, one starting with you, for the truth? And what are your goals for where you see yourself, in the health? Because we know that Christ said he would go around healing people, but he said it's going to be to you as your faith is, meaning as your work ethic is. Because imagine the Most High gave us, and we actually have the power now, but imagine he gave us the power to just go around healing a blind by touching them and all that. Not saying we can't pray over them and do that, but I noticed with our people that we've been trained and spoiled to where everything is ready for us, and we don't really have any belief or faith towards a lot of things. So if Christ would walk around to a person and heal them, but then they go back sinning the next day, you got to think, what was the point of the Most High giving a person that power to do that? Right? So that's why I can understand that we're in times and situations right now where some situations do need to be prayed over, and some people do get healed. But on mass level, it's a lot of, let's be honest, is it not a lot of things that we can do ourselves? Like what you guys are doing. It's a lot of things that we could just pick up the plow and go and work out or work in the garden, whatever it takes to lose a little weight. Can we not change our diets by ourselves? Why do we need Christ to come over here and say, let me pray over you and, let me put these powers on you. Let me put these powers on you so you could lose a little weight, when we have people who don't even have all their limbs and things like that, and they're doing their best to stay in shape. So it's a lot of things we can do with our own faith. So the Most High has already given us the power, guys. And you guys are actually using it with your actions, right? So where do you see yourself in this truth in the future? And we know, elders always talking about, I'm not talking about, I'm not going to tell you what you shouldn't want to do in the truth, or what do you think you can bring forth from what the Most High has blessed you now? Because we know a lot of brothers like that. I think I should be an elder in 6 months. This is not what we're talking about, because that a leader, it starts in your household. It starts with leadership with yourself, right? So that's a practice first of getting that office first. That's a ministry in itself in a person's house, right? Then once you get that in order, you got other talents that the Most High has already blessed you to do. Right. So realistically, where does a man like yourself, you and your beautiful wife and your children, see yourself in this truth and in your weight loss or fitness or health journey?
Pretty much like with this walk, first thing, you first get it, you first love, you're excited. You get real excited, then you feel, obligated. Well, I went through Deuteronomy 28. I went through this, I went through that. But then over time, you can start to be like, hold on, everything I could think of, like, I'm not worthy of this truth. So now for me, just period, I gotta focus more on showing the Most High love. Not the love with the words. I'm talking about love with the actions. Whatever way he want to receive and accept love, I'm trying to express it to him the best way possible. That's my goal now, not just being a hearer, but a doer also. But, as far as for the physical aspect, Most High blessed me with the ministry of doing security. So pretty much I can't be out of shape in security. Something happened to one of the Most High sheep and I'm out of shape. I can't run. I can't protect them. I'm not strong enough to do anything. Then that's a shame on me because he blessed me with this.
Okay. That I love the fact that that's, you see, when a man or woman knows what they have to do and they're trying their best to do it, you see, that's why the Most High calls us perfect, because we stand in the fight and we're working. We may not think we're perfect, and I don't think we should think that, but the Most High, when he sees us working, you see, the nations will look down on us and all of our downfalls and the things that we may have been through, not knowing why we was in certain positions or certain character in the first place as a nation. But the Most High sees the potential in us, and everything you're saying is what he sees. He sees what you're going to be. But the thing is, do you have the faith to become that? And what you're saying and what you're doing is why you're on this show, and it's showing that you guys have some type of faith to become what you're becoming. We're not going to let our lights no longer shine under the bed, because no one's under the bed that needs to see anything. Right? So we need the light in the room to be able to see what we're doing. We need the light in this world because this world is full of darkness. Right? We know that the Most High sees, right, all of us who are putting forth righteous acts. He sees our light shining in the kingdom of heaven right now. Right? He sees our light shining up there, because we need lights in this darkness. Okay? Because I think I told you guys, there was a Hispanic man that I met. He came on my land and he delivers dirt and does things like that. And he was saying how when he, got in a car accident, whatever the case may be, and he had messed up his body so bad, and how he had to go to Mexico and get healed. And the herbal doctor who was telling him, hey, you're going to come back. She had to wrap him up like a mummy, put all type of herbs on him, but you're going to have to get it right, with the Most High God or whatever. Because the doctors had told him, you ain't going to walk again. You ain't going to do none of that. But he got healed when he went to Mexico by this person, the old school doctors. I don't remember the names of them, but he ended up coming back walking and doing all of that. And he said when he got in the car accident that, he didn't remember anything down here. He didn't care about it because it was so beautiful up there. But he said, I guess he wasn't done with life. So he said when he came back, he had to go through, he said something so black, so dark. He thought he was going to hell, but he was coming back to earth. So he said that's how dark earth is. So we have to be what Christ said, lights unto this world. Sister Brandy, what are your future goals that you want you would want to see yourself in this truth, or what you want to get better at, and also in this health journey that you guys are on?
Where I want to see myself is being a better wife and being a better mother. I try to self-reflect daily. I've been in the truth, like I said, for 5 years, and I feel like I should be a little bit up, but I'm just working on being consistent and being diligent. And as far as my physical walk, I just, I don't know.
Trying to tone up. That's pretty much what we're trying to do.
No, that's good. No, that's real. Like, it's okay. We're going to keep this. This is real. Like, so, trying to tone up, like the brother said. And, like I said, the best way to do that is, making sure you're eating a proper diet, high protein, low carb. And then as you, get more advanced, if you're going to actually need more carbs after that, believe it or not, because your body will need that energy. If you choose to continue to gain more muscle, you'll need more carbs, you'll need more protein and things like that. So, trying to be a better wife, that is good, because we need, more examples. And I know it's a fight, so I know that this fitness journey is helping you guys with this. We know the scripture says bodily exercise profited little. but we should exercise godliness more, because a lot of people on Instagram and social media, they got everything they need, but guess what? You guys are in better position than them because they're only working on the outside. So yes, we do need to work on the outside because we have to keep our temples up, but the most important thing is balance, working on the inside and the outside together, right? They don't go without each other. So let me ask another question. What is your favorite supplement go-to on this journey, Samson?
On the testosterone, the ultra testosterone, that's my favorite one. I'm trying to get 3 more bottles right now, truth be told.
So why is that your favorite supplement?
Like I work outside on the daily from like 6 in the morning to 6 at night. So pretty much I'm outside all day and I need the energy. When I take testosterone, I'm powered up. I got all the energy in the world. But the moment when I run out, it's like a car running on fumes, actually. Like,
Gotcha.
I'm out.
And that's amazing that you say that, because I didn't used to take it before, but when I started to study how low, of testosterone our men were, not just only Black men, but just in America in general, from the chemtrails in the air, from the food, the soy products, the genetically modified corn and wheat. I mean, man, the alcoholism, overweight, obesity, our testosterone actually goes down when we do, when we either don't eat a correct diet or we drink too much, whatever the case may be. We're not exercising. As you know, when a man gains, too much fat, it turns into more estrogen, right? And so even women need testosterone to try to burn the stubborn belly fat after a pregnancy, because sometimes they will go into postpartum depression, not knowing, their hormones are all over the place and they got to get back in line. But that's why we sell that female enhancement, to make sure that they're getting their balanced testosterone as well, not just too much estrogen. So great point when it comes to testosterone. Men, get your testosterone, because we are not at the same strength of our forefathers, because their diet was different. They were eating grass-fed beef. They were eating all that, right? Sister Brandon, what's your favorite go-to supplement?
Well, I take the Multi Women Complete vitamins, and then my favorite one, I guess, would be the Greatness, the pre-workout in the mornings. I take it, so it gives me a little energy and helps me work out better in the gym.
Okay. And so, I just want the people to know out there that I wasn't trying to favor them to pick my supplements. You don't have to only take my supplements, but they're real people. And these are the things that they're taking. I love my Greatness, man. I love my Greatness pre-workout, especially when I need it. And check it out. I love that organic superfood watermelon, boy. I make me a little juice and I put that watermelon thing in there. Yeah, I might have real watermelon in there too, but I'm just saying it's a lot of grains in there. Right, but it just makes it taste a lot better and give you a lot of energy. So for those of you who out there who don't eat a lot of vegetables, our superfood will get you a jump start if you start taking it twice a day. Because some Black people ain't eating no vegetables. I'm like, man, you're gonna die. You go in the Black household, they got carbs, meat, and 6 other carbs. I'm like, man, where's the vegetables on this thing? Right? With a bunch of bad oils and MSG. It'd be good, don't get me wrong, but I'm like, man, we got to do better. You can eat the same, but like I tell my family, it ain't nothing wrong with eating fried chicken, but what did the Bible say? What type of oil we use? Olive oil, coconut oil, something healthy. If we using too much of these other non-hydrogenated oils, guess what? We're going to have some problems if we overeat that way. Right? A lot of us invented something they used to call Timmy Chan's and all these chicken spots and Popeyes. We know what we're talking about here. So do you have a favorite exercise, Shamasha One?
For me, if it's not the treadmill, pretty much I love doing the push-ups.
Okay.
That alone will get you right. That alone, without any weights or anything, doing like being able to lift up your own body weight, that goes a long way. Especially with a bigger person.
Right. So yeah, because you already got that intensity coming off of that weight from your body, right? You already got that. So matter of fact, I did some push-up this morning. You know, that's my go-to. I get up in the morning. That's that discipline. And believe it or not, it keeps you strong. It keeps your endurance going. It keeps, all of that. So I got up in the morning, hit my 50 push-ups, 50 squats, holding on that bed with my 50 squats because my knees ain't that good no more. I can still do my squats, but I'm trying to last. So, everyone has to know their own body and what they can do for their own body. We all don't have to be bodybuilders. We all don't have to do the same thing. But if one wants to, we should study to show ourselves approved in this area or ask questions. Sister Brandy, what's your favorite go-to exercise?
Now it would be the hardest one that was for me, which was the stairs. Yeah. So now I like to walk up the stairs to try to, because at first I was barely making like 2 minutes. So now when I can get to 8 minutes or 10 minutes, I feel good.
So you think that's the one that helped you the best?
I think it helps me better with endurance, the stairs, but I really don't like them, but I like it.
Okay. Which exercise you think for you? You said push-ups help you the best, huh, Eddie?
Kind.
Okay. So has this influenced anyone in your family to try to do better, or have they been talking about you losing weight or doing anything like that? Anybody in the church?
Pretty much people at the church, they ask questions all the time, like, what are you doing? What are you taking? I'll let them know, but the only thing I can tell them, you just got to be consistent. Like, don't give up. Like, even if it take you 5 minutes to just do a few, whatever, just do something. Don't just sit there stagnant doing nothing. That's the biggest thing I can tell them.
What about you, Sister Brandy? Anybody giving you some compliments or something like that in the family? Your auntie, your brother, your daughter, anybody?
Yes, and from the church, a lot of sisters, they keep telling me, you're doing good, to the point where it's like, I want to stop now. I just want to work on toning. I don't want to lose no more. I just want to tone up, Yeah,
so, I got you.
Yeah, so I'm pretty much done with losing right now. I just want to tone up. But yeah, a lot of sisters give me compliments and encourage me to keep going or whatever. And also my mother too, because she was diagnosed with diabetes too, and her test came back negative too. So
praise the Most High. Praise the Most High. See, y'all beating generational curses right now. That's what this thing is about. The devil, we know you out there trying to war against us, but like they say, we Jake's baby kids. I'm just joking. We don't die. Right? So yeah, no, but all jokes aside, man, we, are breaking curses when we're doing whatever we need to do. Christ said, heal the blind, heal the sick. You know what I mean? We're the walking dead, and we have to start to be lights to wake the rest of our people up, like I said, in darkness. And what you guys are doing is very beautiful. I wanted to bring you on the show today because, once again, it's not about, how you start. It's about how you finish. And what is it going to take to finish? To endure to the end. You guys are doing it together, which is even more better, because two can't walk together unless they agree. You guys would just stagnate each other if you didn't work together or provoke one another unto good work. So that's all I have for you guys today. As far as this interview, I really appreciate you guys coming on. Is there anything you want to put out there for the people before we continue the show?
All right. Best thing I can say, everybody know what time it is we in. We know it's about to get worse, so pretty much we don't have time to be stagnant. We got to better ourselves in every way possible. That's definitely, like, without question. If not, it come with being stagnant.
Okay. My sister Brandy?
Just keep enduring and keep enduring.
All right. She's shy. She's like, yeah, just keep on enduring. Well, listen, guys. Brother Shamashawan with his beautiful wife, Sister Brandy. We appreciate you guys for coming on today, and we're going to be keeping you in our prayers. We're going to want to hear some updates in the future, right? Maybe we'll bring you guys back on in the near future to see where you're at, how you're doing, okay? Because we want to continue to see continual progress, all right? So I bless you all, and once again, I appreciate you for coming on the GOCC Media, the Truth Preparation, and peace and blessings to you and your family.
Shalom.
All right. Shalom.
One moment. Okay, guys, I again apologize about that. I had no clue. See, when I watched it myself before I actually showed it to you guys, it was just totally fine. So it could be conflicting with the program and with the internet. So I will do my best to try to actually re-upload this whole show tonight with the proper interview placed on there if you want to watch it again and actually see them right in their character and emotions along with their interview. But here is them right here. Brother Shamashawan Sampson and his wife Brandy. Look, so the other picture I showed you guys, okay, I don't know was that before or after, but check it out. Look at this one here. Look how beautiful. So that's what I wanted to show tonight. Unfortunately, the devil got to come in and crunch everything up because it was totally showing fine before I actually got on here. But it's okay. I'm not gonna let that stop me because we still got the interview. You can still hear it. I know that nobody want to look at me all day, so I wanted to actually show them. But I'm gonna actually put that on there and make that happen or whatever. So man, I'm looking at them right now. I'm like, man, they put in some work. They put in some work, right? So, and I know you guys see that. So I know people out there saying I can't lose weight anymore. You can lose weight. I don't care if you can't even move. You first gonna start with a healthy diet, okay? You're gonna start with higher protein to help tighten you up. You're gonna start with detoxing, praying to the Most High, asking Him through your faith and your belief that you can do it. You can even start with some bands first. Listen, there's so many things you could do. We're gonna go into shows about this, okay? And I'm going to, if I have to bring on experts, because y'all don't know, Elder Rock used to be a professional bodybuilder. I'm talking about straight. Yeah. Listen, I got a lot of people who I know who do this, who are experts, because it's not just about me coming on here telling what I know. It's people who on here who tell you it ain't too late for you. Like I said, it's people out on here 90 years old, 80, 70. Throughout my years of working out, these people help to continue to inspire me. But you have to start within, with your faith, with your mind. That's why Christ will come to people and say, it's going to depend on your faith if you're going to be healed. Be to you as it is unto you, as whatever type of faith you have. If your faith or your belief is weak, you're definitely not going to put any actions forth to do it. It ain't too late, because I seen someone put a comment saying it's too late for me. It's not too late for you at all. There's a brother who's in a wheelchair who's not living anymore. I forget the brother's name. LD Rock knows who I'm talking about. And he got 20, not that everyone's trying to get 21-inch arms, but he got, I think, 21 or 22-inch arms when he was in a wheelchair. So he can't move, but he was moving his arms. And that right there is building muscle. So believe it or not, it translates into the rest of the body as well. Okay, so we got to start somewhere. We can't just say we can't do it. Honestly, and this is not no down on anybody. We're here to strengthen people. We have to tell our people the truth. That's the only way our people can get healed. I don't want to be around people with lack of faith. But at the same time, I do. Why? Because I want to help them. But I can't be around you for too long if I'm telling you something and then you still not trying to do it. You know what I mean? Because it's like, okay, what are we doing here? Okay? So 2 is better than 1. We started off today with talking about the importance of, kind of like last week, being together as a body, believing on the same things, working together in our household, starting that family business. You heard Brandy, you heard Brother Eddie. They said this helped their marriage. It helped that spark when you're in shape. You don't have to keep looking on the outside when you can work with what the Most High have blessed you with. That's like a person go buy a plant, and then he go to someone else's garden, or she goes to someone else's garden. They see their plants already full grown. Don't you know yours can be there too? But you have no faith and works to do such. Okay? Come on, guys. We got to nurture it. We got to put the work in. Okay, we can't always want everything that's going on around us. That's how the devil wants us to be, right? But anyway, I hope you guys like that interview, and I'm going to do my best to try to get on here and match it, together, okay, and couple it together. So, let me now answer a few questions so I can get me some good food, give me some good leftovers. I mean, there's nothing wrong with leftovers, because some people on social media act like you can't even eat leftovers no more. Everything is just the perfect life. sometimes the leftovers hit harder, right? Y'all know that, right? So people be acting like every day is perfect on social media. Every day is a good life. Some people ain't got nothing, but they'll take that picture in that corner and act, and that's all good too. But it's like life is reality. That's why I wanted them on this interview, because it was kind of like, I'm like, yo, now I want y'all to be real, because that's how our people are healed, with reality. It's not gonna be no, you lose 20 pounds in a week. That's not gonna last. Okay, it's not gonna last, because anything that's too quick in life with the shortcut, we already know how that goes. We have to make this a habit in the lifestyle. So let's go ahead and season is more marinated. That's what I'm talking about. Elder Rock. By the way, Elder Rock, I was wearing that nice hat, that Lion Born fashion hub hat in my interview, and I want to show all of that on there, but some reason the devil, he just, man. So yeah, if you want to get you some fashion from Lion Born, you go to Lion BORN Lion Born Fashion Hub Instagram, or just go to lionborntees.com. And I support him because he's always supported me throughout all of this work. He's been a pillar in this. So it's just like the music. I listen to the real ones and I support the real ones. And I'm not saying he's the only real one, but he's definitely one of them. On my hand, he's definitely one of them. You understand? So him, Elder, recall all of these brothers. So anyway, I want to give a shout out to also some people who have given me clothing before. Is Judah Wear. I'm sure you guys know about Judah Wear. And I have to put this address out there. So if anyone wants to send any of their clothing for me to wear here, let me get the address first where you can send it before I go into the questions. And I want you to send it to Key Supplements. Okay. Not that I mind people having my government name, but it just, send it to this, because I have some people already sending me some things that I'm going to wear on the show pretty soon. Okay. One moment. I'm going to answer all of your questions. Key Supplements. One moment. Just typing the address in. 20415 Southwest Freeway. It's my P.O. box here, okay? Richmond. Let me capitalize that. Give me one moment. Almost done. 77469. All right. Okay, Key Supplements, 20415 Southwest Freeway, Richmond, Texas, 77469. If you would like to send anything that you want to be recognized, or you just want to show some support, or you want me to wear some of your clothing, whatever the case may be, send it to Key Supplements, 20415 Southwest Freeway, Richmond, Texas, 77469. I have some people sending me already some stuff. I'll be wearing it on the show. I usually like to dress a little fly, but let me tell you, I don't mind putting on some other things to support my people and all of your diligence that you put in from the talents of the Most High. Okay? For those who don't know where to get the supplements, because, I put it in, LD Rock put it in, but if you came in late, it's Key Supplements. Did I put, hold up. Did I put the wrong thing? Hold up. No, I didn't. Hold up. Hold up. Disregard that one. My wife sent it to me like, boy. Hold up. Don't send it to that one. That's that's one that's near it. I'm sorry about that. Oh my goodness. Okay, one moment. 24200. Let me put it in all caps. Southwest 402-209 Rosenberg, Texas 77471. Sorry about that. That's the right address. So if you send it to the other one, I may not get it because I'm trying to do too many things at one time. I messed up the first address. I know y'all cracking up like, Elder, what's going on? So, okay, once again, 24200 Southwest Freeway, 402-209 Rosenberg, Texas 77471. Okay. Anyway, if you want to know how you can visit the Houston Body, you can send an email to Elder Aria at gmail.com. Send it to me. I'll get it to my deacons and my officers, and we can talk about and get with your leaders to make sure you understand if you're in good standing to come on and visit the Houston Body. So, okay. So, let's go ahead and answer a few questions here. Now that we got all that out the way. KeySupplements.com. Hope you got it. I put it. LD Rock put it. We want to stay focused. So, is eating meat every day a sin? Lord have mercy. I don't know where y'all be getting this stuff from. Whew. No. 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 Not at all. At Judaware TM, are you the only on this? Oh, excuse me, that's not. Shalom Elder, when does your sold out gummy vitamin back in stock? It's supposed to be back. See, listen. Follow my Facebook or follow my Instagram or my Key Supplements like everyone else, and you can stay updated. Because if I tell you it's coming out today, and then and something happens to where, because it's raining, this weather is crazy, so a lot of stuff is going on because of that too, and this cold thing that got out there, then I will be in the wrong. So I like to make public announcements on, if you go to Instagram, Key Supplements, and I like to sometimes make them on Facebook or my Instagram page called I'm a Lion, I Ain't Lying. I got a lot of people following me on there now to stay updated with that. So it's supposed to be back today, but I don't know for sure, because I know all y'all done bought all the gummies out, and I need some more gummies myself, right, to keep my joints on point. So just bear with us, all right? So it's not no sin to eat meat every day, but I'll tell you this: the Bible does speak about watching your diet. You're wise for watching your diet. I would say, just be careful on your own. You know, you have to study. The scriptures tell us all things are not profitable for all men. You have to know your metabolism, how your food metabolizes. The gut is one of the most important places. So it's times where, I'll say this, it's times where you need to take a break and fast. It's times where you gotta, I'm just saying, you gotta know your body. Okay? So I just can't tell people what to do. It's not a sin to do that, but I just would say to give some wisdom just to watch your diet, okay? Yeah, the water for the great lesson. Praise the Most High. Listen, I really wanted to get them to show them on there without all that going on, but like I said, I'm gonna try my best to fix that. She said, I can't wait. I'll be looking. All praises to the Most High. Yeah, a lot of black children missing all over. Listen, y'all better hide your kids and hide your wife, because this is, I know that sounds like a joke, but it's a real thing, man. Let me look to see if we have some more questions. I'll answer them till 8:40, okay? If you guys have any type of thing you want me to show or whatever on here, send the email to elderrei@gmail.com. Make sure you guys don't forget to tune in to tomorrow's show on Wednesday, because you know our elder's going to be bringing it like no other on earth, which is a blessing to say that we're a part of such thing. Also, you know, if Elder Ramar broadcasts on Friday, and then our Sabbath lesson, because we have the Feast of Trumpets, okay? And Most High willing, next week we're going to be going out there blowing that trumpet, street preaching. You understand, you know, let our people, know what's going on out here, right? What's your opinion on beef liver? Do you carry it? Huh? I don't understand that question. Excuse me. I don't eat it. I don't eat any organ meat personally. I eat, that stuff is really good for dogs and animals though, because all of the nutrition. You notice the lions and the wild animals, they go for that. That's how they get their vegetables. They go for the organ meat, but it ain't nothing. I don't see why we would, need to eat that. In Egypt, man, they eating everything. That's all I'm gonna say. To everything. You can make dirty rice without liver. Just if you're a good cook, you can make it just like that. Once again, if you want to send something, let me put it out there for you again if you didn't see it. 24200 Southwest Freeway, 402-209 Rosenberg, Texas, 77471. If you don't get it and you forget, just send me an email to elderrei@gmail.com. You need to see it up in there because I probably won't post it again. Just for this show, I'm trying to answer questions. I'm scrolling up to see if there's any questions. If not, then I'm gonna get me some food. What foods are good to gain weight? We're gonna do a whole segment on that. I can't go through the whole thing, but I'll give you a few. First of all, calories, any type of calories. But being that we are healthy people in a holy people, try to eat whole grain foods that are not genetically modified, and they have partial proteins like BCAAs, branched chain amino acids, or eat you some protein, eat you some carbohydrates, healthy fats. All of these things that I'm saying are just a part of a healthy diet. Fruits, sugars and water, like fruits, it's going to hydrate your muscle because they have electrolytes and minerals and vitamins, right? So we're going to have to bring some people on that are experts in this area besides me just giving all the information. Hey, Eld, I've been doing a lot of reading. This might be a funny question, but is a giraffe clean animal? Lord have mercy. That's what I'm going to tell you. Lord have mercy. It's not a deer, and it's not a giant deer. No, it's not. It's unclean. And I'm not going to even laugh at that one. Maybe, I don't know if you was joking with me or not, but I'm not. Hopefully I ain't make you feel bad. But I'm going to just say, Lord have mercy. Oh no. What book have you been reading? I'm just messing with you, by the way, but no, it's not. Good Father. You have our people out there trying to hunt giraffes. Good Father. Elder Rockman put it out there for y'all. Eating things that are used to eternally clean out the filth is probably a bad idea. See, this is what the scriptures say. All things is lawful, but all things is not expedient. These are filters, the kidney and the liver. I'm glad he put it that way because I wasn't even thinking about it like that at that point. But yeah, these are filters. Usually when you clean out water filters, what do you see? Sludge. So there's certain animals that was meant to eat that, and they eat that. But that will make us highly acidic. And when our bodies is in an acidic state, we're prone to any sickness. No, it's okay, Ed. I kind of figured. Yeah, I'm just messing with you, my sister. I'm just messing with you. Got a sense of humor. Shalom, sister Talathia Hodges. Shalom. What about too much fruit because of the sugar? Listen, too much of anything. If you drink too much water, you're going to drown your system out. Definitely. Balanced diet. That's why they call it a balanced diet. Definitely. You're right about that. Elder, what about plant-based foods? I love plant-based foods. I eat plant-based. I eat meat-based. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't eat too much plant-based. I don't eat too much meat-based. And I'm going to put some wisdom out there for you. Do your research before you get on vegetarian diets or vegan, whatever you want to call it, because there's many people out there who's eating that, who's malnutritioned. You have to know how to go into these things. And I know many people since I've been into this truth who's trying things, think just because they eat a little lettuce that they're vegans. And most of the vegans are some of the most unhealthy people ever. Why? Because they're eating many things that's trying to make the food taste better, that's processed, and they are, drinking. For instance, they drinking soda because there's no meat in there, and I'm like, what? What type of vegan is that? No. That's more unhealthier now than you ever was. There's things in meat, why the Most High told us to eat meat after the curses, that help us to prolong. No different than he told one of the prophets to eat this meat because it's going to sustain you until you get to Mount Sinai. Okay? You couldn't eat a piece of lettuce to get there. I know some of y'all, well, they got the same. Some of y'all going to find out they got that same leaf. That leaf wasn't in that desert where he was, okay? So he had to eat some meat. Maybe if the leaf was there, Most High probably told him eat that leaf of green or whatever. But he told him eat the meat because it's going to strengthen you, to sustain you to get to that area. Not only that, when the angels came to sit down with Abraham, let me tell you what they drunk. Milk. Now, was it organic milk? It was organic milk. What else did they eat? They ate meat. They ate butter. So I'm going to stick with what I see in the scriptures, but I know how to pick the right stuff. I know how to don't pick genetically modified wheat. Don't pick genetically modified corn. Pick grass-fed beef. Maybe a little more expensive, but the doctor bill is way more expensive. So I'm going to eat that. I'd rather pay $2-3 more than $300,000 for an operation. I'm just keeping it simple for y'all. You can be on whatever diet, and I congratulate you. And if something happened to you, I pray for you. Cheese. There you go. Elder Rock cheese. A lot of these things are really healthy, man. They got vitamin K2, which is something that our body produces, but we can't produce on the American diet. That's one thing I did love about staying in the Mediterranean area. The diet was very close to the scriptures. The only thing, they was using some crazy bad oils. That's the only thing I would change about that diet. Other than that, on point. They use the cheapest oil on the best stuff. But they got some going. I love you. You're so patient with us. Give us a strong word of correction. That's why so many people who try to bring heresy, they was very confused by me. They thought I was so cool just to come chill around, but then they be like, he ain't with that. Maybe that's why Elder named me Lion, because I blend in. Give in children under 3-year-old juices and liquid vitamins, nothing in capsules. Oh, he may be answering somebody's question. Do milk cause mucus? Oh, I ain't going into all that. See, let me tell you. So, matter of fact, I was talking to Deacon Quadam about this not too long ago. I'm going to end this out at 8:45 to 8:50 because it seemed like a lot of questions. You have to choose your diet. The scripture says all things are not profitable for all men. I get a certain type of milk for me because they pasteurize the milk, meaning they heat up the enzymes and kill them. So now the lactate or whatever lactose in there that was meant to help you to digest, it's killed. So I have to get a certain type of organic milk that does not mess my stomach up. You have to know what's good for you. Listen, so much of our bodies are so different with our gut due to the vaccines, due to the poisons out there. You really need to know what's good for you. I'm going to tell you, once again, the scripture said we can drink milk. You just have to know what type of milk. Get you some raw goat milk. We used to drink raw milk in Egypt and all that. Some people, that even though it was raw, whatever happened to their bodies, they threw up and they couldn't deal with it. So I would say know your body and follow what they would eat. If the angels was eating meat, if the angels was eating milk and cheese and butter, you will never be better than Christ or the angels. You will never be better than them. So you can try to be the most best righteous person staring in the corner like, I'm not eating no meat or I'm not doing this and that. That's all you. Listen, it's all good. But I'm going to tell you that I personally, I'm going to eat what they ate. But I'm just going to try to choose the right one and the best one that I can choose until I can't anymore. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying here. Kind of lagging a little bit. One moment. Yeah. So that's all I'm saying there. I'm gonna one or two more questions and that's it. I'm just messing with y'all, by the way. I know we look at all serious. I'm just messing with y'all. They got organic everything and whatever you can't get. I mean, you got to remember our forefathers. There's a lot of things that they didn't have that they had to just eat what they had. And that's another thing. We had to be able to get used to, kind of like our forefathers, like the Indians. They didn't have all the stuff that the Edomites brung over here until they brung it, and they were just fine. They ate and were thankful for what they had. In the wilderness, we had manna, and manna, when you read, it tastes like every man's favorite food, but we still, that still wasn't enough for us. So we sometimes have to get used to eating what the Most High puts in front of us and be okay with that. Balance is key. That's all I'm saying. How does goat milk taste? It's the best milk to me. In Europe, that's where I stayed on the island. That was the only mostly milk that they had. Cow milk, they really didn't have it because cows don't even drink. I just heard recently that cows don't even drink their mother's milk for that long. So humans are drinking it. I'm still gonna drink me some cow milk. But what I'm saying is that I really never drink cow milk. I drink milk every blue moon. So, but when I need it, I'm gonna drink it. When you go to the store, you're not asking in Starbucks, is that cow milk? Is it? I mean, of course. So our life is so. We got to be realistic here. We're gonna go eat at the family. We're not gonna sit down and ask them, is there cow milk in there? Guys, we getting ready to go into the kingdom of heaven with everlasting bodies. So let's not be so technical. And just as long as it's lawful, I mean, I'm just saying, y'all, boy, y'all funny. Y'all funny. That's what I'm saying. Everybody gotta have that perfect thing, like I'm doing better than this person. That's called emulation. And so y'all gotta stop focusing on that. Y'all not gonna never wake people up like that. You can't focus too much on that, because the scriptures tell you, eat what's in front of you, don't ask questions, if it's lawful, unless you find out or know for sure that it's something that's unlawful. Okay? Some people doing the best they can to try to give charity to you and serve you. Okay, and I'm talking about even in the truth. All right. Yes, there's mucus in the milk, but most of those cows are the cows that's untreated. That's not treated in a good manner. No different than the steroids that's in a lot of the chicken. Those cows, if they put steroids in them and they're treating them and giving them the wrong diet, they're gonna have a lot of mucus. Wouldn't we have a lot of mucus when we're sick? There you go. So if you're going to eat a cow that's not sick, the mucus is going to be less. And even if they have mucus, there must be something that the Most High put in us to eat or to do to where we're going to release that mucus. And once again, you have to just remember, you can't overdo anything and understand what's good for you. That's the wisdom I'm going to give you on that part. That way, I'm not stressing about you and what you eat. You're not stressing about this brother or sister and what they eat and telling them they shouldn't be doing this. Let's stop telling people what they shouldn't be doing. And as long as we're following the law, whatever is good for us, let's do that. And if we can do that, we're going to gain a lot of people. That's the difference between a person that's fishing in Christ catching a minnow and a person catching a bass. Just saying. You might be catching a tad. Some of y'all catching tadpoles out there. I'm just trying to give y'all a little wisdom, though. I grew up in this truth around the king. So I'm just saying. There you go. So we got 2 more minutes. I stayed on a little longer because I love y'all, and y'all be having this cracking up. I love my people. If you can't afford that much grass-fed beef, mix it with a little turkey. Boy, that's a good burger right there. Turkey a little cheaper, you put you a little, let me tell you, boy, that's a good burger. That turkey and that grass-fed beef. Yeah, these people are cracking me up. All right. Well, I hope you guys have a blessed trumpets, and I will see you guys next Tuesday, if it be the Most High's will, and hopefully I can try to edit this video to get it on point. Okay, for those who who might come in and see it a little later, just checking to see if there was any more questions. My Facebook page name is I'm a Lion, I Ain't Lying, and I check everybody who comes on there to make sure you are part of the church, because I really don't invite like just strangers. So if you got crazy pictures in, I just really, what I'm saying, 'cause that's a dangerous place. Is oat milk good to drink? Oats are lawful. They have as long as you get no GMO oats, one more minute. Let me scroll down, see if there's any more questions. I really appreciate you guys and your time for coming on here. And I pray that Sister Brandy and Brother Eddie encouraged you all, if you whether you're in shape or whether you're not. And I pray that you guys stay safe when you're going out and about in the times that we're in. That's all I ask as your elder and as a shepherd. And I wish peace and blessings to everyone. And we got some more interviews coming, and we're going to try to make sure whatever's going on with what happened tonight, that doesn't happen. I'm new to some of these little, things here, but listen, we made it happen. Yet and still, I was actually supposed to get on the roof today with my satellite to get my internet better, but the rain has been so crazy. It's just been raining nonstop. So I said I wasn't going to put the website again, only because I have been putting it so much. But maybe you just came on here, Key Supplements, because this chat be going fast. KeySupplements.com. It's not like key like that. It's KIIY. Kingdom is in you. All right. So I'm finna go get some of this good old food. And listen, bless you and your families. Lamb burger. Ooh, that's a good burger too. I'll be getting that thing too. Anyway, I just put it in there. If you look up in the chat, I just put the website. KIIYSupplements.com. Okay. Don't forget to join the Hebrew and Bible Academy, because I'm about to drop that in there before we go. Powerful, impactful lessons to keep you going into this truth. Okay. If you want to get some of that music, right? You can go to our website, Gallon of Christ Church, gallonofchrist.org or whatever. And you can go to, what is it? Royalty. What's that? I don't want to mess the name up. It's on the tip of my tongue. But it's on our church website. So go there and you can get that music there. All right? Peace and blessings to you all. And we out of here. We are out of here. Love you all.
The Bible. Is it hard to understand?
When it comes to reading the Bible, the first thing that comes to mind is the fact that this is the Word of God.
The seals have been broken, and the truth is here.
And when we go throughout the scriptures, when we go throughout extra-biblical records, we find that the language that God employed, that He used to create the heavens and the earth, was the Hebrew language.
Christ said, I came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. But yet no one, no religious leader, no religious church out there anywhere can now identify the 12 tribes of Israel. Can we? God is quite simple, but it seems as if man makes understanding him hard.
What are those mysteries?
The truth of your book. And the truth